Welcome everybody to our new podcast, Who Runs the NFC East, with four co-hosts who have been going back and forth in competitive trash talk for over 25 years. We would like to welcome our co-host and guest for the week, Stanley Autry, Tracy Monroe, Easy Head the Flash, and our special guest for 3 to 4 weeks in a row, and we love it when she's in here, Lady Hayes, representing the Eagles. Welcome again to Who Runs the NFC East, where we are on a Monday night game for the Dallas Cowboys going against the Cincinnati Bengals in a good game, but it ended the way it's supposed to have ended. So it was, I guess, it's a heartbreaking loss for our Cowboy representative. So we will give him the floor as far as how he thinks the game went, since he's the most recent winner / loser / all of that. So, Peasy, your perspective on the game.
Was it an example of doing too much or not doing enough? We almost had it, but again, almost doesn't count. Blocked the punt and did not get recovery of the block punt, which caused us to be put in a bad position of giving them ball back, giving possession back to them, and they inched up, scored, and pretty much that was it.
Yeah, I agree with that, because it was I thought it was a beautiful thing for somebody to be on fourth down and punt the ball and first down in the same play. That was great.
Right. We played them a lot better than everybody thought, because everybody thought Joe Burrow. That's all I heard. You can play last week's show. Joe Burrow, and no, he's not that good. He looks like Macaulay Culkin for a reason.
We talked about it before we started recording, as far as like looking at the game, as far as the matchup. It was a Bengals bad defense against
a Cowboys bad offense.
Cowboys bad. I mean, they had a better offense, but better than their bad defense. But Cowboys defense was a whole lot better than the Bengals defense. But it was just like it was kind of a matchup where they almost stalemated. But like you said, they was waiting to the point where the game was close enough for somebody to make a mistake, and you guys made the mistake, and that's where it was left at from that. From what from my perspective of the game.
Rico McDowell, he kind of he had it. He got his man. He ran all over the field. I don't know what his rushing percentage was, but he did very well.
I think he almost got 100 yards. It was close.
Yeah, he was doing his thing.
Yeah, that was. I mean, just not to mention the fact that, man, you guys are depleted in like players. It was just like you lost 3 more main people. One on the offensive line, and I think a linebacker or something like that.
Overshawn, what was we lost him.
I don't know your players. I just know that's what I saw. No need to know who their names are. But there was a position, I think, that happened towards the end of the game that I guess we should talk about, because I know tomorrow morning it's going to be a topic of the week and on many of occasions, as far as the Parsons walk off. He didn't wait till the kneeling of the game to walk off.
The memes are coming.
It's definitely coming. He's not going to be here. That's going to be his last. I can't wait for the meme for it to be like Michael Parsons' last season and that's going to be the picture that they put up.
Yeah,
and he'll be in the Commander's uniform.
So you hope Overshawn got injured is what I meant to say, and I mean, I guess he let his emotions get the best of him, but he should have waited until cameras. He was back in the locker room and did a little pouting and whatnot. But I'm ready for the memes. Here they come. I know they're coming.
So what type of memes do you think is going to be coming?
Well, you know how you Commanders, you Commodores and E-girls and Nats fans do. I mean,
No, yeah, we don't know what you're talking about, sir. No, hold on. I can't be the other one. I can't be by myself.
Let me
No,
get
but
a
Who's
that
cup.
one.
lost?
Yeah, that
Let me
one.
get a cup and drink some of these tears. Yeah, let me.
You drinking those salty tears.
Yeah,
True. Well,
Looked like
the good
Jerry
thing,
was doing some crying too at the end of the game.
you know, he always got it. Well,
Jerry
he
doesn't
probably dried up.
care. Jerry wants to just make the money that he knows he's going to make.
His tear ducts are dried up.
Yes,
He don't have any more
there you
tears.
go.
Those are crocodile tears.
But just don't
Lady Hayes.
overdo
After a
it.
while, it'll be just like any. You know, at one time, excuse me, you get penalized for getting an interception and running to the end of to where the cameras are and doing your little dance or whatever. And now it's accepted, so it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd be
So
getting
it was
taxed
kind of
for it.
like one of those things where they, you know, how you celebrate for the against the field goal post. They just trying to stop that. So it's
Yeah,
just I don't get the purpose of it. I don't know if it's like they think it's disrespectful towards the,
unsportsmanlike
you know,
conduct
I
or
guess the charity
sportsmanship.
or whatnot. So I don't know
Mm.
if that's a thing, but I think it should be more if they're going to charge anybody, if they're going to give a penalty for it, it should be like yardage penalty,
Lady Hayes,
like how you do
behind
the.
you, behind you, Lady Hayes. They're recapping it.
Man, you made it sound like somebody in the room, bro.
I
Well,
know.
no,
I was
no, no. I
like,
mean, no, they recapped it and showed him in the end
okay.
zone.
I was
But she was
like,
like behind you, like a scary movie. Like, bro, what are you doing? You know what I mean? No, it's like, no, this is not a horror movie. We have been having a podcast where
I'm
somebody about
dead
to
the
get
first
murked.
10 minutes in.
Exactly. I mean, shoot, that's exactly what a movie are. But that was the thing. We ain't last the first 5 minutes
10 minutes.
of any movie back in
Right.
the mid '90s.
Oh, of course not. In introduction of the movie, black character has a couple has a little bit of dialogue, then get killed.
For
Yeah.
sure. They got paid to say 5 words, and that was it.
And that was
Before
it.
the title even showed.
Exactly. So Stan, we was talking about the jumping into the Salvation Army bucket, and actually the what's going to be a topic of conversation tomorrow of Michael Parsons walking off before they kneel the ball. If they're going to, how media is going to pull and scrap and try to grab things out of something, so they can think
Yeah,
we're
make some
going to hear something
context
about
out
that
of it.
tomorrow, make something out of it. It's like, why did you feel this way? Why didn't you walk with the team? Why did you leave so early? And blah 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 blah. Since all the cameras got on him and that one moment, so I just wondered. I was just kind of getting Peasy's take on that
Yeah,
moment.
I heard him thinking the Commodores and the Eagle Wars is going to be the ones like making the memes, but
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
it's really
It ain't
not
gonna be
because
us.
we normally neither one of our fan bases really talk too much about that kind of stuff. It's really you guys.
I beg to
Yeah.
differ, sir. I can
Nah,
direct you to several
I'm trying to let you know
Facebook
it's a whole
pages and
united
groups.
front. No, it's you guys. That's why y'all was
I can
so
direct you to
heartbroken.
several groups, Facebook fan pages, Facebook pages,
Mm-hmm.
and etc. that prove that, disprove that.
No. I'm just talking about really
Not just Cowboy fans.
at this point, you all are kind of irrelevant to the rest of us. So we just enjoy you all having misery for the course of the season. So the fact that y'all felt good about 2 wins against two teams that y'all said is trash, and then you expect to keep winning, and you lost against a team that had a worse record than you today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys still felt like there's a playoff chance. We going on a run. You
There he
got your
goes.
And all that, we still beat you.
Oh, you gonna wait to say that? That's rude. You
Fizzle
gonna
on
wait till
out,
he drops
we
out?
still beat you.
I know, right?
No,
Now, what's the crying thing? Is that it? Yeah. Rain down.
let's try this.
no. See,
Not the
you can
rain
take that. I'm
down.
like,
So,
it's all good.
can
The
y'all
thing
hear
is
me?
that your loss today is our win, so we
Can
still
y'all hear
win
me?
on our bye week, brother. So that does nothing but spread the space between you and us. So therefore, we don't even have to worry about what Takaris' January 5th game to be a factor at this point.
All
So
I'll say is don't let us, and it might be far fetched, but don't let us win make a sweep. Even though season is bad, don't let it be a sweep.
No, man. Look, if it's a sweep, I'm not
I don't
talking to
care if
you.
you're trying to
I'm
save
if,
players for a playoff spot.
bruh,
Do not let it be a sweep.
if it becomes a sweep, like I said, I'm not talking to you for like a whole off season. You won't get a text. You won't get nothing. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? No, because I don't I can't take that much cowboy
Oh my goodness, and especially
trash talk.
Ty
I'm
Cars. Oh my
telling you.
gosh.
Because that's gonna be the whole. Y'all can go 2-16. We beat y'all. We beat y'all. That's the only thing that y'all can say. We can win a Super Bowl, and the only thing y'all can say is we beat y'all. We beat y'all.
Yeah.
True story.
Amen. Tell him, Lady Hayes. Yes, ma'am.
And that's like one of those little. Hearing that is like a paper cut. Like it ain't really damaging, but it's like irritating as hell.
It's like spraying pepper spray, and
Nah,
it's like spraying pepper spray.
Pepper spray is more painful. It's not a painful thing. It's just
Well, the thing
irritating.
is, it's like spraying it.
It's like
Like
no,
you
it's
spray it,
a no.
and then it brings it back into your face, and you're like, God.
No. You ever had a paper cut on your knuckle?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like every
That's
time
the
you just
worst.
bend your finger, just like you know what I mean.
It
You can't really
reminds you that it's there every single
exactly.
time.
And that's what a Cowboy fan is.
Oh my.
A Cowboy fan is like a paper cut to your knuckle.
Hey, look, they got Panthers next week. So what we got to say about that?
We do.
See, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, look, see, you perfect segue.
Yes,
That's
it
You
is.
guys, that was a very, very, very close game. Like they almost pulled it out. If they would have caught that touchdown pass, it would have been a wrap.
They made sure they didn't show the
It's so
replay
many
of that
things
catch.
that happened in that game.
Say it again.
I said they made sure they didn't show too many replays of that catch. He was like, it wasn't a catch. Keep playing.
I think they did show that one angle where
They
it
showed
did
it
hit the
once.
ground like real quick.
But his arm is brown too. So his arm is brown, the ball is brown.
I was, but we knew it was going to be a close game just based off of how Carolina has been playing so far. So it's just like that's been a real good thing. But now that would have been, that would have been great if they had beat y'all though. Like just because I mean y'all still be in the first place and y'all still be good. But the fact is that would have been a better story for Carolina.
That's okay. They saving it for Dallas.
You know what I mean? Like nothing would hurt your steak, but at the same time, it would have been a better story for Carolina. Come on, Stan. You can't keep dropping out.
But what I will say is, it's a lot that happened. We almost beat ourselves.
True.
We had a lot of penalties that were just really uncalled for. I think my team did not prepare, or either they did not come out to play. I think they were sleeping a little bit because it was Carolina. I don't think they gave it their all, truth be told. They was ready for Saquon. You know how we always, second half, it's a wrap, lights out. No, not this second half. That was not the case. But they tried to activate Saquon, and the defense was just all over it. And then we didn't have Goddard. So that was another little something that let us down too, because we had a replacement for him, which he wasn't bad. Other than that,
there was
my team was just not. They weren't the team that I was looking for. However, I'm definitely happy we won again. I think Young must have heard Sham talking trash about him. Young heard Sham talking trash about him last week, because see, what you call him, spaghetti or something like that.
Yeah.
He came and tried to show out this last
he played
Sunday.
very well.
Like he really did.
He played very well. I think him sitting down those 3 weeks. I think this happened for when Dalton came in for those few games that he did. I think he learned a lot during that time and sat down, because it's like he started progressing a little bit better and playing better. And even though his line ain't the best, they're moving him in a better angle where he's not getting hit all the time, or he's being able to make certain plays, and the players are being in the right position. So
I think for them, their problem was more of a confidence as opposed to talent, because I think that once they saw they was close with beating Kansas, it just went up from there. Like it was like, oh, okay, we can do this like kids, and then next thing you know, it's like now
They
Yeah,
got
we
that.
playing.
They got that
Shit,
confidence.
we couldn't let them come to our house and do us like that. We had to go ahead and do them.
It was close though.
But it was
They almost
definitely
did it.
close. They
They
about did
almost
it.
did it.
It was our penalties. Look, I'll put it on the penalties on this because
Right.
we weren't playing though for real. We
Like that. That
decided to
was
wait. Man, these kickers are very
yo.
shaky this
Man. This year
season.
for kickers is horrible. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
It's like they all on
Like,
strike.
exactly.
It's
Like
like
they
they're
want
all
more
on
money.
strike.
Like, you know what? I need some more money because I'm kicking.
Yeah, it's like let me show you how important my position is. So if we
Exactly.
keep missing and we keep doing this, we need to get paid more.
Did you see last night's game with the Chiefs? Who they played last night? I
No,
forgot who
I
they
didn't see any
played.
Chiefs. I don't even watch the Chiefs.
Well, I was out, and of course, it was on.
Mm-hmm.
They kicker, boy, he about lost the game for him for real.
Really?
On a side note, y'all, it's already started. It has begun. You see that? It's
I knew it. I knew it was in motion.
No, yeah. The internet is
already
quick.
began.
I be wondering who be on these things. Like do people just be recording the game and just be like
Yes, people record
Just
the
for
yeah
game
this.
and have sound bites and
and
have
be
what they're going to
ready
do
like as soon as the
already.
game in?
Because
All they had
I
to do is
know.
press play.
Well, y'all know how I used to send y'all memes. As soon as the game is over, memes coming.
Yeah,
See, he make his
yeah,
own memes for the
yeah. He
team.
do. He
Yeah. Oh
is.
yes. Oh
He
yes.
been photoshopping all types of madness,
Yes. Lady Hayes, you just don't know.
but you have no idea.
My God.
Mean,
You have
I've
no
I've
idea.
actually chilled out a little bit. I used to be on it.
So there's an article that is out where they had your team captain, I think the linebacker, Mr. Graham, apologized for his statements against the quote unquote friendship rift between Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. I just wanted to see what was your take on that as far as how you feel about if there's some type of controversy play that they're not playing together well with this type of accusation, I guess you would say.
I think Brandon had to come and save the day, and due to AJ Brown's interview about the passing game, he came off a little salty, with his answers and everything. So it does make it look like there's an issue going on between him and Hurts. I haven't seen anything from Hurts' side, but I will say, looking at AJ Brown's interview, he did seem salty about the game and, I guess not really getting no play in the game like that and
As far as like
probably
targets?
feeling like, yeah, I think he feels like they leaving him out. But, I mean, he is back from injury as well, but it doesn't mean he's not playable. But at the same time, it's like if it's a personal situation, then like Brandon was saying, they just need to talk about it. There's no need to, put it out in the air,
Not in the air.
or,
So you
have the
okay,
whole team affected by it. So,
right.
but I can appreciate Mr. Graham for, you know, coming to the rescue a little bit and try to soften everything up and sweep it up under the rug because that's where it needs to be, up under the rug.
Got you. Because I was like, because I was just wondering if you noticed any difference of the I guess the past two games of them. Is he not getting the same targets that he normally would get? I think one game when he came back from injury, he had like a real good game. So I
Yeah.
thought it was fine, but I didn't know that there was some type of issue between the two. So,
We
but
would
I
have
just saw an
never
article, so it's
known.
kind of interesting. It was just interesting.
Agree.
Right. So I wanted to say that. As a matter of fact, there was a thing that we said earlier that I wanted to cue up real quick for you. Why aren't you wearing your crown this week?
Yeah, because I got my bangles. That's why I got my bangle on tonight.
You got your okay.
Hey,
Bet.
you got the bangle on.
Had to put the bangle
Okay.
on.
You
See if it
cannot do
still
it, sir.
works.
It doesn't work for you.
I'm gonna
Doesn't
I'm gonna
work for
I'm gonna
you.
get my phone to connect just to do it.
We try to tell you to do it so you can do it, but no. You don't want to listen. It is all good. So as far as like with the loss that the Cowboys has taken, it is our win. So Stan, it's based on the game. What did you see or love or
with the Cowboys and
appreciate about what's going
the
forward?
Cowboys.
Yeah, and just how we are, where we are right now, is based off of them going back, and then we possibly, if we win next week, we'll be in a better position to not worry about Takars's January 5th prediction.
I don't know what Takaris' January 5th prediction really is. I think he just throws it out there because he knows their season is a wash. And not so much that they would catch us. I think he might also, if anything, and I don't want to put this even in his head, but he could also be thinking they could ruin our chances of getting into the playoffs.
That's what he said.
That's it. That's exactly
That's literally what he said. He thinks they're
what
gonna
God loves.
somebody's
That's
gonna play
true.
spoiler of
So
some
this
sort.
game in itself,
What God loves.
yeah. So this game in itself
Bring God into
that
this.
doesn't have much to do with that at all, because really our win was more so watching Seattle and Arizona, and watching Seattle widen their gap against Arizona and the rest of them, so that they're kind of falling behind. Now the Rams, they did mess around and beat Buffalo, so that put them in a position and where they're right there. It's never about what the Cowboys do. We have those other teams that are hanging right underneath us as far as the NFC for the wild card spot that I'm paying attention to. So the Cowboys loss today was just a situation where we love to see them have hope, just to lose it again and to torment themselves. And that's the season they play in. That's why they wanted to tank, so they know at least what the plan is. But then they get confused because they win 2 games against losing teams until they lose to another team in their own home yet again in AT&T Stadium. And so
they are 1-6.
Right. So once they lose again, then all of a sudden, the house is falling. Michael Parsons crying. He ready to go do his podcast and act like it's everybody else's fault because he was holding the defense down by himself, and Overshaw got hurt, and they'll go back to their whole dumpster fire type of situation until if they beat Carolina Panthers, all of a sudden they're on top of the mountain again. It's this kind of thing. So
no, Stan, it's just that we beat you, and that we've told you that time and time again. That was our Super Bowl.
There's the paper cut.
There you go, the paper cut.
I told you.
Exactly.
I told you. I said it was a setup from the start. Prior to that game, you all just was thinking it was Tank City, and see us letting you guys
we didn't
win.
think we could beat Jaden Daniels.
Had you put your Dallas Cowboys back on. You wouldn't even talk Cowboys on this podcast no more.
No, you came in with Dallas Mavericks.
Now the public get to see you back.
Lady Hayes was introduced to Dallas Mavericks. Exactly. And what did she say?
You see,
what did she say to you? What did she say to you when she first saw that?
This is the NFC East, or what did you say, Miss Hayes?
I asked them where. I said,
I thought we were talking
Cowboy stuff on.
No, she was like, I thought you were talking about football.
I thought we was talking about football.
She said,
yeah,
I thought we was talking about football. Yeah, it's
we
just
are.
like
we just went on to the next sport because
you went on to the next sport on your own.
You did that on your own. You were talking about baseball, hockey, everything else in the world.
Right. We can select because y'all are great at that. All the times that we've had decent seasons and y'all have not had decent seasons, and if you happen to luck up and get a victory, tell me you don't celebrate it and throw a party in your honor.
Not the way you are.
No.
You slay the fattest calf and challenge to the high highs.
See, you forget the videotape is out there.
No, y'all stop crying them kids.
I told you last week that eye in the sky don't lie. You can watch all the previous recordings. You'll never see us on glow.
I ain't talking about
the way you guys
this year. I'm talking about seasons past, dude. I'm talking about the Romo years. I'm talking about the Aikman years.
Look, stop channeling your inner Takaris. Yeah. Okay?
I'm just telling it like it is.
Just stop talking about the history. We're talking about today.
Yeah.
He going back to when he might have been a youngin.
Look,
the last time they won Super Bowl.
That was the last time they did something. The whole thing about it was that you was talking about Dallas Mavericks until y'all beat us, and then you wore Dallas Cowboy stuff ever since then, just to be that paper cut we talked about before. That's all I'm saying.
And it was a straight setup because that's what we need. We need you guys to feel like you matter again. And tonight,
exactly. Believe me.
Like after tonight, guess what? You realize you never did matter. But even Michael Parsons thought he mattered. We gonna make the
Lady Hayes,
playoffs.
let's rewind to
Don't
the
matter.
episode that was not even aired, where we dressed up like Colonel Sanders and Private Nico,
We remember.
and we mattered then.
No, you didn't.
Nah, see,
You still didn't
no,
We
matter.
you didn't.
mattered then. Paper
You
cut.
still didn't matter. You never mattered.
See, and I guess the thing about it is that I guess you guys needed to win against us because the podcast was kind of
Thank
weird
you.
without you guys talking whatever this nonsense that y'all normally
Exactly.
say.
It's
Because
the
it was,
confidence.
the confidence was just like shot. Y'all
You
was
was
like,
done.
yeah, we agree
Yep.
all the time.
Y'all calling for Coach Prime, calling for Shadua. Come save us. Somebody that's not here
Man.
this year.
Exactly. And we still beat you.
I lasted a good while.
That's the second time PC got him.
Exactly.
That's the second time PC got him.
Divine intervention. Thank you, Lord.
This is horrible.
Boy,
I cannot.
I gotta tell TB about this, boy.
No.
Every
You
time
are
Stan beat
helping
on the
his
point, they cut him off.
You are helping his cause. I don't like Dallas plays Carolina. Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You guys play
Steelers.
Y'all
The
play
boys
Baltimore.
y'all play.
That's kidding.
What
That's
we
kidding.
talking about? I was
No,
about to say,
I
man,
thought the
wait.
Giants played Baltimore.
No, they play the boys club.
Why you want to do me like that? Trying to test my
yeah,
knowledge.
y'all definitely play the Steelers. Okay.
They play the other Baltimore.
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
True
sure.
story.
Pennsylvania boy.
The
Because
Pennsylvania
you
Steelers.
listening to him talking about the Pennsylvania Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that game going on, who you think that's gonna, you think you got a chance against the Steelers because they are playing very, very well.
With a updated Russell Wilson.
Yes.
But their receiver should be.
Which one? Pickens?
There's only one really, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pickens probably won't play.
The only problem is if their defense is still going to be up to par.
Which
to
they
stop
probably
our
will
run,
be.
and that's going to be a problem.
Mm.
So we got a task on our hands.
Yeah, because
sure.
y'all 9 games straight?
They both
last week would have made it 10.
They both been on
a Sunday would have made it 10.
Oh, word. That's crazy. It's time for that streak to end.
Yeah, one of them going to happen.
She said, not this one.
Not in my house.
Oh, and is that Philly? True that. It is in Philly.
It's our house.
Yeah.
The game's
at my
Philly?
house.
It's the game
Yep.
Lincoln Financial, huh?
Yes, sir.
Went there
so
one time.
You think that home field advantage is going to work for you? So you're going to go for it because you haven't won against your team all year. I mean, which is technically cool because they haven't lost in 10 games. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Not going against them.
Okay.
We got to fly.
Okay. That makes sense. What you think the score is going to be?
I think that because they slept on Carolina last week.
So you think they woke them up?
Week, I think they'll bring their A game. They'll get back to how they needed to be.
Okay. From the conversation we had earlier.
Because it was almost like, we almost lost to Carolina. Oh, we got to do better.
Okay. So what we talked about earlier, you think that that's not going to play a factor with the quote unquote some odd rift that they say that you guys have that nobody knows why between said quarterback, said receiver?
That's fake news.
Okay.
Fake news.
Fake news, exactly.
All right. So what you think the score's going to be?
Now that's the thing. Score. Look, it might be something like
defense.
One of those odd numbers like 17. Look, 17 to like 15 or something like that.
Ends in a tie.
No, we haven't seen a tie in a while. That would be horrible.
I don't know though, because.
But you said, okay, so 17-10, 17-15, odd score, you guys up. Understood.
Definitely we're up.
Okay.
Remember when Donovan McNabb didn't know that there was a tie in football? You could tie in football.
I don't remember that.
Me neither.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Y'all don't remember that?
Happened like vaguely.
He was like, I didn't know you could tie in football.
Maybe he never did, so he never thought so. I don't know. I think you should know that, but
of course, being a college quarterback into an NFL, we would think you.
Right. So Stan, we coming up on New Orleans. We got McAllister. Well, no, not McAllister. We have our star cornerback, new cornerback, in this week.
Lattimore.
Lattimore. That's what it was. So how do you think we're gonna fare against those boys and our old number one pick, Mr. Chase Young?
Well, who that said they gonna beat them Saints? They said we gonna beat them Saints.
Absolutely, for sure.
We gonna beat them Saints. So the funny thing is, I've been waiting for this part of the season for a minute. So I'm excited. It's weird because it's like I know something the world don't know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I expect these guys coming out of this bye week a little bit refreshed in a good way. So I'm expecting big things out of them. We might actually have a little favor this week. I think Derek Carr is injured again, and if that happens, they're thinking about playing one of the other backups for their quarterbacks who, they don't have a lot of tape on him. So he could surprise people. He could actually go out there and wet the bed. But regardless of who plays, even if Derek does play, I got Washington handling business this weekend. So.
Yeah, they also have Chris Olave. He's out, and I think there's another star player that's out. So it's like three of their main people are not in as well. So it's like one of those things where I hope that we play up to par to the point where we don't play down and just come out and just put the pedal to the metal and just go and don't be sitting there trying to play the time clock game and things of that nature. Just go in and get it out of there. So yeah, I think definitely we're gonna pull that one out as well.
Ain't this going to be the first game they played it on, like in the dome, on turf?
Now that I think about it, I have no idea.
Yeah,
to be that specific.
I feel like every team this season we played grass, so they'll be able to play inside, control the temperatures, outside of getting injured. No excuses.
That's Peasy's utopia.
Just Gary say softball.
Yeah, that's Peasy's utopia. Let's play in the controlled environment.
Controlled environment. Let's go.
Hot New Orleans.
Right. So what you think the score is going to be?
This week, 33-10.
You was close to my thought. I was going to go 35-17. That's somewhere where I think where it's going to be at. And then we're going to pull that out. So, and as we transition to the people that no one else cares about, Dallas, you have Carolina. Everybody seemed like they played Carolina like 3 weeks in a row almost.
Is we still working?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No one cares about us. That's why we're America's favorite. We're America's team.
They not like us.
You can cry those tears all you want. You can do all that. But when it's all said and done, hey, Google, who was America's favorite team? What's America's team?
Google don't know anymore.
Hey, Siri.
Siri don't know either.
Who is America's team?
After several Cinderella runs in the NCAA tournament.
See? See, I told you, Siri does not know either. That is perfect. That is perfect, Demando.
No, this is wrong settings.
This isn't edited.
Wrong settings. He's gonna have to program it to say what he wants it to say.
See, look at this. America's team.
What you hear is what you get. You
exactly.
Put Siri on the spot. Siri answered you honestly.
Absolutely, she sure did.
She did.
Yes, sir.
I typed in America's team in our.
No coercion.
No, no. You. It's all them teams we can't read.
We don't need exactly. We don't need your phone that knows all of your preferences to answer for you. Like,
yeah,
you asked Siri to open
America's
and Siri said NCAA.
Exactly.
It was right. It was how I asked.
Absolutely. It's how you see. Look, now you got to sit there and try to say it a perfect way in order for it to get what you want.
Here's how you do that. Here's how you handle that, fellas. Hey Siri, are the Commanders America's team?
Here's what I found.
Right. It says no. Yeah.
It says. Let's see how that. See how America. See how that works. No. It says no. That's the proof that we have. It says no.
This is what I found, and I don't think
right.
Found and nothing.
It is no. No.
She gave no answer.
That's right.
Siri says, "This is what I found." But don't worry.
What did the Washington Commanders used to be called?
That Commanders logo seems like it's about to be fleeting anyway.
Yeah.
Get it out your system. Be Commanders as much as you can.
So y'all go back. Y'all gonna go back to the Indian like that?
Do you see my screen? Are you paying attention?
Do I see your screen?
Boo. Boo. That's all you get. Boo. Everything did not work out for you, sir. Nothing.
You get nothing.
Right.
Uh,
So, but back to your prediction of this Carolina game, since they
I
are
don't know.
on a tear
You
of
don't
coming
know.
on.
All jokes aside and severity up front, Cooper Rush scares me. He
What?
can play nice some of the time, and then some of the time he can act like this is his first snap.
I can't
I don't
believe you
know.
blaming this on Cooper Rush.
Who else take place in it? It's a team effort, right?
Yeah, and you saw what happened.
Doesn't he
Cooper
miss
Rush.
targets?
Cooper Rush was moving the ball up and down the field,
Doesn't he miss targets at times?
the same as all quarterbacks do.
And I mean, it's not just Cooper Rush, but Cooper Rush scares me. I mean,
He
I
scares
can't
you
have a
more
strong.
than if Dak was out there, or would it be the same?
No, if Dak was out there, I'd be like, oh, we're gonna beat these guys.
So you're basically saying Cooper Rush is the difference of your belief of whether you can beat the Carolina Panthers.
Well, at this point,
He's
yeah, with all
the X factor of
the
the
injuries
loss.
that have concurred and occurred.
And don't y'all
Overshown
still have Trey
gone, Zach
Lance?
Martin gone,
They do.
D-Law
They would not
gone.
put Trey Lance in for nothing. I don't know. I don't think
No,
they
they
trust
won't.
him or not.
They somebody mentioned that, and then Jerry quickly shut that down.
Yeah, I don't even know why they even have Trey Lance on the squad. They
Yeah, I
just
don't
don't
Wasting
know
that
even
that.
try it
man's
either.
career.
Well,
Wasting his
no,
talents.
because he's getting paid, but it's just it's just more controversy, foolish controversy.
Sometimes you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
not
play
not
and
trying
not
to wish
just
any
get
injuries
paid.
on Cooper, but that probably will be the only way that he plays.
Just to let the
Yeah,
viewers know that, deep down, the Carolina blood runs stronger. And you're more of a Carolinian now than you ever been a Texan. For real, for real.
that's not true,
So
sir.
that's the reason why you want the Panthers to you got the Panthers
Well,
winning? It's okay.
I got the Panthers winning because we're not playing good football. I mean, we're not playing great football right now because due to injuries and other.
I'm confused. Going into
Okay, yes. What
last
are you confused about? Let's talk about it.
going into last week, you guys was flying high. You was on a 2-game win
We
streak.
don't fly high because we're not Eagles.
Hold on. The 2-game win streak. You played Cincinnati, a very offensive, potent team, and you
Yes,
was right there with them. You blocked the
and we had
punt,
a guy that we started up on the roster that
but look, you
missed
blocked the
the
punt.
block punt,
You blocked the
so
punt.
that in turn caused us to lose.
Had you recovered the punt right where the punt was blocked, you could have kicked a field
Dang.
goal and won. You could have scored a touchdown and won. You
Right,
be on a 3-game winning streak. You happen to
right.
lose by one
Got to point at it.
touchdown, and you say,
Got to point at it.
"We not playing well." It's like
Well,
it was just one miscue from having a 3-game winning streak. Is that really the definition of not playing well, Cowboy?
Nah,
here's
it's
what I'm
them
basing it
Bengals.
upon. They've almost beat a Kansas City.
Bengals.
They've almost beat a Eagle team. And these teams
But they
play
didn't.
a lot better than we are
Yeah,
right now currently. And so I'm giving.
almost is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Well, hey, whatever feedback negative feedback y'all trying to give me, I still think Panthers probably will.
You got the
They
Panthers
gonna
win.
take it.
I
Yeah,
can't hear you.
Go ahead.
say it again. Say
Uh,
it
the
Listen,
again.
Panthers
Say it
probably,
loud.
say it
the
with your chest.
Panthers will probably prevail. The Washington Commanders suck, and the Eagles suck. But I'll say that 10 more times.
You said the Panthers will win.
Oh, that's
The
what I heard.
Eagles will
Yeah, yeah,
suck,
yeah.
and the Commanders will suck, and the Giants will suck. Yes,
Will the Panthers win against the Cowboys?
not on my PlayStation.
How
Not
about
on your
What's that
PlayStation.
Siri?
Oh, not in virtual gaming world.
Not in the virtual gaming world,
this
or
Sunday in Charlotte, North Carolina?
in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know.
Well, that's what
Just to
this
let
show
you
is
know.
about. Just tell us your best guess. We know you don't know. This is a prediction. What do you
It is
think?
a prediction. Again, I will say that the Commanders suck and the
He pleading the
Eagles suck,
fifth.
and
So hold on. So
you just listening to it. Wait.
just to let you know, out of the scoreboard that we have right now, it's it's an interesting scoreboard. Because Stan is technically sitting at 13-1.
And it's probably got the highest predictions.
Oh yeah, he's 13-1. I'm 10-4. to Cards, of course, he's probably going to go against. He's going to say California. I mean, California. Carolina's going to win, so he's going to probably go 6-9. And with your prediction of Carolina winning, if they win, you will be at 8-6.
That's better than the Cowboys' record.
It is. See, he's being
like
realistic.
Your team.
We'll give you the realistic, the realistic award.
Well,
at the end of the
he
season.
has yet to say who he thinks will win, so that's not fair. He can't cop
He
out.
did.
I did.
You
just want to keep hearing something. See, he hadn't even leaned it.
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
You want to hear something.
We wanted
and
to be clear.
I'll tell you one more time. The Commanders suck. The Eagles suck. And
Dallas sucks. Yeah, everybody. Okay.
Cooper Rush scares me.
Okay, so the one thing that you still haven't done yet, you still haven't predicted, you haven't put a score out there yet. So this is going to be reiterate what you mean by who's going to win.
What he's trying to say is,
yeah,
they're going to lose.
Cowboys 20, Cats 27.
Okay. So it's going to be a muff punt game again, huh? Okay. A 1 touchdown win. Okay. All right. Well, cool. So
close.
Okay. So with all of those, we have everybody's predictions.
Well, who does the Giants play?
They play.
Forgot about those.
They play Baltimore.
This jug of water.
They play Baltimore.
They're gonna lose.
They're definitely gonna lose.
Of course.
Question.
Even
that's not even the question.
And
again, doesn't have that kind of dialogue that we just had with a Giants fan.
Don't do the Giants like that. I believe.
Yeah, I mean it's playing against Baltimore. Like
we didn't even bring them up in conversation last week.
But...
Right.
Or this.
There was a couple times in the podcast last week that Yusuf forgot their name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The irrelevance that they've been removed.
The team that plays in New Jersey.
Yeah, well, that team.
They're already in the offseason. Kind of like the Jets. Between them and the Jets, I don't know. They just find a way to lose. They both find a way to lose every week.
Okay. Well, this is a perfect segue into this question, because since we were talking going into New York sports, just something that's just dealing in sports in general. I know this is not even NFC East talk, but it's just a topic that's just been all over the news and the sports world right now is Mr. Soto's high yielding ever in the world contract.
His perpetual contract?
Yeah, of $765 million for 15 years. That is unprecedented. So he chooses not to stay with the New York Yankees for a $5 million difference. They offered him $760. He chose $765. I had conversations earlier where I thought that it was more of I don't think $5 million is a difference when he put that amount of money in that section. It's like for him to make, for me personally, that sounds like a more of a personal decision to make the move that he made. As opposed to saying that, it's a better deal. Like I saw on ESPN with Shannon and Stephen A. They name some personal things, but I don't, like you said, nobody knows if it's true. But at the same time, what do you think that would be the difference of why he chose to leave New York for that difference, based on that type of contract?
I think it was the parameters around how it was going to be paid out. I don't know the details for certain, but I think it was also some parameters of how the Mets plan to pay it out and also how the Yankees plan to pay it out. So I think even though we see a $5 million total difference, there's a difference in when those payouts are going to come.
I think I heard something about a $50 million a year type of deal.
Well, on average, it's $51 million, but some of this is deferred. Because you got to, the Mets is also the same team that's still paying Bobby Bonilla.
I was going to say that too. I was going to go into that too. It's a great.
Yeah.
The Mets be having like the best contracts on the world, but
yes.
Go ahead.
So I think it's a situation where this will be somewhat deferred, so he'll continue to get money. Because this contract could take him. He's 26 now. He'll be 41. He'll be 41 at the end of this contract. So this contract should take him through the end of his career. But he wants money to still keep coming. And I don't know if the Yankees, I don't know how the Yankees laid theirs out, but I don't think it was like that. And we know the Mets are friendly in doing that. So
Absolutely. Lady Hayes, do you even know about Bobby Bonilla's contract?
Nope,
Have you ever heard about it?
have not.
Peasy, have you ever
Truthfully,
heard about
this
it?
is the first time I
No, I
heard
never
about it.
heard about it.
This man hasn't played since early 2000s, late 90s. But
Wow.
he structured his contract to the point where they will pay him one point, I think it's like $1.9 million every year until 2035.
Wow.
I was trying to tell
He's the
somebody about
president.
this deal and messed it all up at work,
Yeah,
but that's crazy, man. That's you talking about getting the family generational wealth and getting the family paid. That's it right there in a
yeah.
nutshell.
That's the
He
best
like he
severance
hasn't
package
played
I've
since
ever seen.
he hasn't played in 20 some odd years. He's still getting money like every year. It's just a check that they bid out. But the way I was thinking about it is based on how inflation works. $1 million back then was probably a lot to come by. But the way inflation happens, that they even still have $765 million in their pocket. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
$1.2 million or $1.9 million is like a drop in the bucket to just still pay out. Whoever does their deals is like chef kiss.
Well, it's
Yeah.
crazy because they like
Just see if it does left hand.
even when he got that one, it was like his total deal that year was like 5-year contract worth
Hold on.
1991, and at the time it was the richest contract in team sports. Period.
Yeah.
So for
Nope.
him to have it go from 1991 to the year 2035, he's 61 now. He'll be 72 when the contract ends.
Yep.
He'll get $1.19 million every July 1st.
Yeah.
Well, let's
And
just hope he's utilizing the money properly.
see, it'll be one of those things where you just be like, I'll get another 1 point some odd million.
Right.
As long as I have $200,000 by November, I'll be okay. It's just a reset.
I bought something for $2 million. My other $1 million comes in at the end of this month.
No, I think he lives a kind of a modest life where he doesn't have to worry about
I'm pretty sure he does.
doing
I mean,
that.
he probably lives a millionaire's life, but he's probably not flashy with it.
At this amount of years,
He
it's
doesn't
been
have a
spaced out in between
Batmobile.
time. As this many times it's been spaced out, you really don't. I mean, he didn't got everything he technically need. He's 61 years old at this point. It's not like he's out here just
I just wonder what is his family
doing life like that.
like. Does he have any children? Does he have a wife? Does
Of
he
course, he
have
probably does.
Yeah. It's probably tied up all into them.
Mm-hmm.
You
He got a
know,
And
wife.
not only that, a lot of times with athletes, they're not worried about these days. They're not as worried about the salary money from the team sports as much because they're making so much money off the field, off the court, off the
off the
like
the
The deals,
endorsements and
yeah.
the endorsements. Where
guest appearance.
corporate money from that is where the big money is. So you get so much money from that, you don't really need your playing money anytime soon. So it's like you can put that always in the back. So that's what a lot of players are doing now. They're like, all right, well,
Yeah,
give me the money later, especially the guaranteed contracts, because it's like, let me make all my money off my likeness right now while I'm in the prime of this game, because I can do anything with anybody right now. But when I'm older,
right.
they may not want me. So at that point, it'll be somebody else's turn. And by that time, let me roll in the money that I made on the field or on the court and things like that.
True. We've on the last topic of the night. Before we head out, it is the Heisman selections have been notified of who or the Heisman finalists who are are in 2024 is Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Dylan Gabriel, and Cam Ward. Who do you think, Stan, you think should get it?
I'm going to be fair.
Cam Ward.
Nope, I'm going to be fair.
Nope.
This year, I think if they were to be fair, it'll have to be split.
It'll be split.
It'll have to be split. It'll have to be a tie between.
Have they ever split before?
Yeah, I don't think they do that, do they?
They can
I think
split.
so.
Yeah.
I mean, has it been done before?
I think so. I don't know when, but yeah.
Okay.
I think
I
a
feel
while
like
back.
it was when Tebow.
But
Okay.
Hey, Siri,
and
have two people ever won the Heisman Trophy?
in the same year.
State has the distinction of the only two-time winner, Archie Griffin.
No, you
This
gotta say
answer is
two different players won in the same year because he won back to back.
He won
You
back
got
to
to figure
back.
out who.
Okay, so
Yeah, you got
that's
to find
that.
out who was the Heisman winners in the same year. Was there two Heisman winners in the
Hey
same
Siri,
year?
who were the Heisman winners in the same year?
Found this on the
It was in 2005.
Who was 2005? That's
But
real recent.
part
Who
of
was
that was
that?
also Reggie Bush year, so
Mm. So who was he tied with? White,
let's see.
his
Was it
counterpart, his other running back
his other running back? What was his name?
is White. His last name was White.
They played at
Or was it Vince Young?
SoCal, didn't they? Not
No, they played
SoCal.
at USC.
USC, because it was the same
His last
fellas
name
as
was White.
yeah.
But if it's been done before, if it haven't, I feel like both Travis and Ashton both deserve it. They both deserve it, and it sucks for Ashton because what Travis has been able to do is something that needs to be recognized on the highest level. So I definitely know
For
Travis
sure.
is like the front runner on it. But what Ashton also has been able to do is very rare, and
Yes.
I hate for him to come runner up in a year where any other time
He'd have been a front runner, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I would love to see somehow if the both of them could be recognized as winners for this year's award. But I'm sure if it comes down to just one, it'd probably be Travis.
Are you familiar with any other players, lady? Miss
Travis.
Hayes? You said Travis too? What about you, Peasy?
No, but Lindell White was Reggie Bush's twin.
Lindell. That's what it
Lindell
was.
White.
Okay. So I would say my vote was also Travis. The only reason why my vote is Travis is because he's the only player out of this whole entire group where he's played 100% on both sides of the ball. You know what I mean? And Genty, absolutely, he's somebody you can't pass up on in no situation, just in general. But the fact that Travis does duality and he plays high on a high level on both situations, he gets the edge just because of that. Everybody else is technically one dimensional in their position, which they are doing great in it. Cam Ward is definitely on the lower end because of the certain losses that he lost and how he lost. Dylan Gabriel is doing well, but he's not. He doesn't have the flash of Ashton and Travis. So therefore, the only two people that's above those two is, of course, Genty, and it's like he's like you said, he's a generational talent. He's like I ain't gonna lie to you, he's like probably like the best running back that I've seen come out of college since, as far as like how he runs, since what's my guy?
Minnesota Vikings running back. Peterson.
Yeah.
Adrian
Peterson. Yeah. Like he ran like Peterson how he did in college. Like he would almost get almost 200 yards a game. Like that was just crazy of how he ran through college like that. So that's just a generational talent that you won't be able to see but so often. But again, like you said, Travis is Travis. So
unfair.
he's a very dynamic player. It is a unanimous decision that we say that Travis should earn his way into the Heisman fraternity.
Wouldn't he be a first playing both sides of the ball in college?
No.
Charles got it before.
Oh, okay. They just wasn't as good.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't do it 100% of the time like this. They didn't have a coach.
He plays both.
He stays on the
100%.
field. Yeah,
he does not leave. It's just
Right.
weird.
He leave for special teams only.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy for you to even have that type of energy to do all of that. Like that's crazy.
I'm gonna speak on it, not really, because it's weird. Prior to college, it was done a lot. Like a lot of people play both ways.
In high school, yeah.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
a
For
athlete,
sure.
you play both ways. So
Yeah,
until
Little
you
league.
get to the college level, it's like they'll try to pigeonhole you into one thing, but you're a kid. You don't know you don't know any better because you'll go through the wall as long as they let you.
Mm-hmm.
Only until they be like, nah, you can't do that. That's when it's like, all right, if you succumb to it, you'll stop. But that don't mean you couldn't do it. So he was fortunate to go to Deion Sanders because Deion said, I'm going to let you do it because he did it. He went to a coach that played both ways and didn't do it full time, but I'm sure he wanted to. He even wanted to play both sports full time.
Yeah.
He kept being told, no, you got to focus on one. So if you run into someone that won't say no and allow you to do it, I think more kids, more folks can show they can do it. But Travis was in a special case, in a special scenario, and he showed out. But there's other kids that could do it. There's other kids that can
I
play.
wonder. I wonder if that's going to be like if he's going to be the catalyst to kind of like sparks that idea, even if they allow him to do it in the NFL. That's probably my next question to you. Is like, do you think that they're going to allow him to do it in the next step?
I think
Because like even on that, when they draft him, they're going to be like, what do you want to play? Do you want to play this or this? And they're going to make him try to be one or the other.
I think early on they'll tell him that he can, because Coach Brown plans on being a real part of the process of his getting drafted and who he get drafted to, and buying the same thing for Shador. So I think in order for a team to be in media allowed to draft him without all the fuss, they're going to be like, we'll give you a shot at playing both ways. But the part that makes that complicated is because on the pro level, now that they got all of these salary things they do by position.
That makes sense.
That was gonna be what I was gonna say too.
Yeah,
It'll
that
get
makes sense.
sticky because they're not going to pay you for both.
For both, yeah.
And the wide receivers
Yeah.
get paid more than the cornerbacks. So it's like, either we can give you cornerback money and you can play a little wide receiver, or we can give you wide receiver money and we might play you over there. But if you get hurt, then we lost our money.
Yeah, and on both positions, yeah. And plus, cornerbacks, they have a roster wise, you can't really have one player taking two positions, so they gotta fill it for the for team roster size. So that makes sense.
But it helps. But it helps when you have it. Like, actually, the New England Patriots had a guy named Troy Brown back in Brady's championship years, and Troy played. He played on defense. He played wide receiver. He played special teams, and so he would come in and he'd be like a gadget guy.
He'll plug in.
Yeah, and it's like, so hybrid can do it, but
I think that's how they're going to utilize him in the league. It's like, if somebody gets hurt, they'll just plug him in to play on, prevent defense type situations, and like you said, gadget plays or whatever. But I think he's going to probably get his most money at being a receiver, because that's a higher contract position.
Yeah,
plus the way that it's an offensive game, they're going to limit the defense for him to, they're going to, muffle his talent if they put him on defense.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I would love for them to let athletes be athletes again and just play, even if it's across sports.
Right?
They think Pat Mahomes is such a great baseball player. I want to see it too.
Right.
We saw Charlie Ward do his thing in basketball and football, but a lot of schools wouldn't let a lot of athletes like really go full tilt in basketball and football. So someone like Julius Peppers played for the Tar Heels a little bit, but a lot of times they didn't let him play full out basketball because
How was Russell Wilson when he played
baseball?
Sport?
Yeah, they talked like he played well. They talked like
he was a pitcher for State, right?
Ricky Williams.
I don't know Ricky, but I know what's the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals right now?
Oh, Murray.
Yeah, Murray. Kyler's a great baseball player too.
Yeah,
I want to say
they were all pitchers, weren't they all pitchers?
Williams,
yeah,
Ricky Williams almost got drafted to the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, he did. That's right. So some of them do get drafted a couple of times. It'd be weird. They be drafting people in baseball, and they be like, if you show up, cool. If you don't, But
I know.
I wonder why they don't allow them to play double sports like that anymore.
Because everybody trying to insure their money. It's like, if I give you this money to pay my sport,
I want full focus.
Yeah, I mean, because some of them can't get on motorcycles. They can't pick up basketball.
Injury prone.
Yeah, there's stuff in their contract that don't let them do even playful stuff around the house. So it's
they got mad at Dion for that, didn't they?
Probably so. Yeah, they did that time.
Because in his documentary, his ESPN documentary, he talked about that because he got mad and threw ice on one of the Braves owners or something for making some ill statements.
But they'll tell you that in college too. Like, you got a scholarship, like it happened to me. You get a scholarship to play football. And I'm like, well, coach, I want to play basketball. I could be a walk-on basketball because I got a full scholarship. They're like, well, your scholarship pays for your football, and football is year-round. So you're not playing basketball. I'm like, are you serious? I'll be in shape. Nah, don't work like that. If we giving you money for this. Yeah, this. Yeah, we had guys that try to do that, and they did it for a second. Then once they find out, they'll pull them. They'll be like, nah, I don't even want you running track. You pull a
That's
hamstring or
wild.
something and don't be ready to play ball in the fall. It's weird. It's like it's sports really become year round once it become a little bit more prorated. And we see it
Mm-hmm.
now in the youth. It don't even have to be pro. They'll play them year round AAU and school and everything else. It used to just be school
Right.
in Little League. Now it's possibly school, but definitely more AAU and some of these other elite organizations that people pay to play. Because it take a lot more money to play sports these days than it did back in the day. If you was good, you was good. But
Mm-hmm.
now it's like you got to kind of have money with you. Cats are paying for their bats, paying for their cleats, their shoulder pads to play ball. And it's different. It's different than it used to be.
We had an interesting question tonight at work. The question was, why are baseball? When we were talking, I was trying to talk about the guy that you just talked about, Yusef, earlier. They were asking, why does baseball contracts and why are basketball and baseball contracts basically more than NFL contracts? And I was thinking because everything that the NFL entails, far as pads and uh, what is it, 50? What is the roster?
53.
53
53-man roster, and elaborate or give me your input or your thoughts or your theories.
is why basketball contracts are better than football.
Basketball and baseball contracts are more than football contracts in most cases.
It's less
Superstar
contact.
wise, I guess.
You said less or
More,
more?
more,
Yeah, it's less contact.
because it's less contact.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like that's a football is a very high impact, high probable
Injury
injury
prone. Injury.
situation where it's like you get the money, but they have, like you said, they have stipulations, they have injury clauses, they have all of these things that weigh in of you maximizing your contract. Where in basketball, you of course there's injuries, but it's less likely.
You
My
know,
son
you
can do
tour
that.
tour with the team and
That's all I'm saying.
to keep
Like,
yourself in shape or whatever their standard of shape is.
Me and
yeah,
him gotta have
like
a
I said, in
conversation.
baseball, the most active positions is like it's
Infield.
the infield. It's literally the catcher, the pitcher, and first base.
And shortstop.
That's
Shortstop.
I mean, the shortstop. That's when he gets to. I'm talking about the person that's the most active
Oh yeah.
all the time. Is that three positions? Is the pitcher, the catcher, and the first base. The shortstop he'll be able to move every now and then when the ball goes his way. But those three spots, it's always constant. There's those people that's always moving, always got to be on the ready.
And
That's
the other factor is when you look at the cap for how much money each team can spend in either sports. Like Yusuf was saying, you got way more players that you have to pay. Because even though you got a 53-man roster, that's been cut
mm-hmm.
down from the 80-something people that you had in camp. But you still got about 7 to 10 people on the practice squad. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and you elevate them, take them off, you moving people each week on who's activated, who's on IR, all this stuff.
Yeah, it's more money to move around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more of that going on. It's a bigger pool of people to pay, and your quarterback
Mm-hmm.
sucking up everything. In
Yeah.
baseball, I mean, you only need 9.
Right. And
And
basketball, I
are
think it
we
was like
considering
11.
coaches and staff into this
Yeah,
salary too?
11.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
the
11 in
coaches
basketball.
don't count against the cap, so you can pay them kind of what you
Okay.
want. But the players, you gotta fit under the cap. Now, the thing about the MLB though, they fudge the cap. They don't. You hardly ever hear about any cap situations. If you a team that got money, you can go after whoever you want. They barely slap people's hands to be like, hey, you overspending. And the Florida Marlins can't spend what you can spend. But if you notice, you'll see the Dodgers pay crazy. The Yankees
The
pay
Knicks.
crazy.
Yankees play crazy.
Yeah. But the Florida
Yeah.
Marlins and teams like that, you don't never see them throw this 700, 400 million. Never.
What about the Astros? As many championships as they
I
won,
mean, they got some money
do
down
they pay
there.
out crazy?
They don't spend.
And they're crazy.
They don't spend like the Yankees and the Dodgers because see, New York got so much money. It's such a media market. They bring in so much money. California, LA
Mm-hmm.
bring in so much money. Houston brings
Also,
the money.
baseball is such a pastime in New York and LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big. Chicago is a big baseball city. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They keep that like that. And I love baseball. I just know that everybody's talent, like they work hard. Believe me, like they're athletes as well. It's not saying that nobody plays, but it's just that they play in spurts. Like when the ball goes their way, they got to show that talent that they worked on all season in that moment and be very precise, very accurate, and very reactive during that short period of time when it calls for them to be ready. You know what I mean? So they
To
do
catch,
all of that. Yeah, they do all of that to be that ready at that split moment. Because baseball is fast. It's like
right,
that ball coming at you at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
to
You know what I
catch the
mean?
ball, get the strikeout,
Yeah,
catch
all
the
that.
ball,
It's
get the
it's
strikeout,
it's a
Yeah.
and
very
then
it's
maybe if the baseman is close to you,
yeah.
strike him out too.
Yeah, baseball is still a good sport that requires
Absolutely.
athletes. I'm saying that because certain things like golf
That was another argument we had.
is not a real sport. I think it's a game because it don't really require an athlete to play.
Well, the thing that they somebody I had a debate with somebody some
It's a
time
very
ago.
precise
They were saying it was stuff
scoring
like
system.
golf and NASCAR driving is
NASCAR driving,
or more of a skills competition.
correct. It should be a game, not a sport. Now, when I came out of college, I really thought about
Breakdancing.
yeah, doing a book or something, and actually having athletes talk about it. Because athletes in sports, we know there's a climatical part. Like when you're young, you see all the athleticism. Then you hit a certain age and you hit that crest, and things start slowing down. Like they see Russell Wilson now, he plays a little differently. Not running around as much as he did when he was younger or whatever. The same with LeBron. You see LeBron shooting jumpers now. If you remember, they used to leave him wide open to shoot jumpers because they knew he couldn't hit them. Now he shoot more jumpers. He don't really go through the lane as heavy and hard like he did before. Because when you're an athlete, you got that when you're younger. When you're older, it's like, yo, I got to get this jumper
Then
right.
readjust. Yep, I
Right,
gotta
because you can't
adjust.
do it forever. But golf, when does that shut down? When can you not swing this club? For NASCAR, when can you not hit this steering wheel and push this pedal? For
Well,
bowling,
I was
when can you not
say this.
take this bowling ball and hit these pins? Like, what age is it that I can
Mhm.
tell you that you really can't do
You
this?
lost it. Let Tiger Woods tell you the way he be swinging. He didn't dislocated his knee on his swing because he would snap his leg back whenever he would swing. So he didn't have some knee.
Yeah, that's because of the wife.
There you go. There you go.
I didn't say it.
She said,
I said nothing.
makes me feel better about it. She said, I ain't said
These are the words that did not come from the mouth of a man. It's her fault because she said it.
must be true. She said it must be true.
Got it. And on that note, she wins the comment of the week. So therefore, this is go ahead and be the end of weeks 14 going into week 15's game of who runs the NFC East. We'd like to thank Lady Hayes for dropping in and showing her face again. We like our mainstays,
Bangos.
Stanley Archery and Peasy Head the Flash, Tracy Monroe, for joining us as well. And like to say, we'll see you guys next week. gotta wait. Editing purposes. We'd like to thank y'all for
As
tuning in. We'll see.
people say, like, subscribe, and what else, Peasy, you want to do?
Yeah.
Like,
So we
subscribe.
do. Yeah. So we do have a YouTube home of Who Runs the NFC East. So please
Yeah.
like, subscribe, comment, share. We'll get back to you. We'll share our comments. If you comment to us, we'll get right back on it and let you know
We
what's
may
going
be
on.
coming to TikTok also.
Okay. Well, let's get it popping. But other
To
than
a
that,
theater near you. Love it.
we appreciate you. Y'all keep God first. We'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.
Go Giant.
We always did like this is crazy.